Hey, it's Dr. Linda Davis, and today I want to walk you through how to use the slicer tool in Excel. So what I have is the finished version showing here of what we're working toward, and we just have a simple table of employee data with column headings of their employee ID number, the employee name, the department, and the business unit that's tied to them. So what we have here is, a list of, I think, 25 employees. The table is not the table it's been created, and then using the slicer tool we're able to click on different areas, different departments by department, and it will sort it automatically using these buttons, which I think makes it a little more user friendly than just having people sort this way, right? So and I think it makes you look like a more advanced Excel user when you know how to pull this off. So let's begin. I'm going to start with my basic employee data here. Only thing I've done is just highlight the column headings and color them gray. And I'm just going to pick a cell in here, doesn't matter which cell. And I'm just going to do Control T. And that creates a table from that. And it will ask me, verify the range that we're doing here. And I'm doing, yes, B6 to E31. That looks correct. If I scroll all the way down, yeah, that's my range. I'm good with that. Say OK. And notice it will create this bit of table here. Although, yes, you could sort this way, but let's make it look a little easier for people in your department to use it. So to do the slicer tool, that's what we're going to dive into next. I'm going to go up to Insert and find the slicer tool, which is over here. Maybe a little different place on your computer, but mine is right there. So slicer. Now it's going to ask you to select how do you want this data sliced. Well, I want it sliced by department, so I'm going to check department. And as soon as I say OK, it's going to produce a graphic. I can take the graphic, I can push it up to the top here, and I do have to get it formatted and aligned so that it fits what we're doing. Instead of going all the way down, I really want it to be less deep and more wide. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just using those middle bubbles on each section to push it up higher, and using the in each case double arrow in each case to make it wider and to make, in this case, less deep. So I'm just using that double arrow tool to do that. At this point, yes, it works, but you still have to scroll down to the different departments to get them to show. And let me pull that down just a little bit more. Let's see. I'm going to give it a little more room to breathe here. Let me pull that down just a little bit more. And now at this point, I just want to do a little formatting because I can adjust, I've adjusted the height and the width. And now to just have 4 columns to go across here, when you are in the slicer tool area, you get a slicer tool options button or tab that shows up. And in that area, because it's specific to the slicer tools, you can go up to columns and change it from 1 to 4. So change that to a 4 and then hit enter, and that's when it spreads it out to 4 on top and 4 on the bottom. And I may need to pull that down a little bit more. I want them all showing, so I may have to pull row 5 down a bit more to get that to fit a little better. Let's see. It's pretty forgiving. It does let you kind of bleed into the next row, which is what I've done here, but I think it'll work just fine. And just to try it out, you can hit the finance button. It shows that just the finance people in the finance department, the IT department, all the people in there. So it's just a cleaner look to it than doing it the other way, and it didn't take that many steps to make it happen. So I hope this helps you. I think it's a great tool to know and to show other people how to do as well. All right, thanks for your time.